In the 1970s, we had Happy Days in Greece. In the 1990s, we had Dazed and Confused and That 70s Show. The concept of throwback art is nothing new. In the post 9/11 world, however, art has been at a standstill. Art is stagnant. Modern art has no need for a throwback to 20 years ago because 20 years ago, everything was already crap. No one is clamoring for a return of Wedding Crasher style comedies. No market is ready to devour the second coming of Fergie or her hit song Fergalicious, which we would all rather forget. Our pop icons of the 2020s have been forced to mine the past that was already well mined before. Lana Del Rey started this trend in the 2010s with her trad wife aesthetic, aping the vibes of a 1950s mom who drinks wine and takes pills. Enter 2024. Kamala has lost the presidency. Diddy is behind bars. 2024, where the 80s synth pop of Cyndi Lauper and Wang Chung has now become quote unquote cool again. We can debate the reasons for this cultural turn all we want. Perhaps the Patrick Bateman Zoomer grindset memes are partly responsible. Perhaps Stranger Things, the hit Netflix TV show, is partly responsible. Or perhaps merely a condiment and not the entire sandwich. It is truly a chicken or egg situation. Maybe modern pop has become so sterile, so mechanical, and so lifeless that a return to the era of saxophones and unbridled optimism could shake the world of pop music and release it from the clutches of Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga, and Beyonce. As life imitates art, it is only fitting that the fall of Diddy should take place in this era of rebirth and renewal. Enter the world of Chappell Roan. While the inorganic and heavily produced sounds of the 1980s pop music were polarizing enough, Chappell Roan is the result of the imitation, taking inspiration less from the 80s artists and more from the 80s throwback artists such as Ali X and Carly Rae. What happens when you have a throwback to a throwback? This is like if the Kraft Corporation were able to create the sequel to American Cheese. That is the best analogy for Chappell Roan, who is merely an illusion, right down to her sexual orientation. While the young pop starlet does identify as a lesbian, it's hard not to wonder if this is merely a fabrication put together in a record company boardroom to merely intensify the throwback factor, so desperately desired in Chappell Roan's entire presentation and ethos. The simple fact of the matter is, lesbians are on the decline, much in the way trad wives were on the decline before Lana Del Rey brought the aesthetic back to the forefront of American pop culture. With the growing popularity of Chappell Roan, who has already appeared on Saturday Night Live and Jay Leno in record time for a supposedly new artist, it is worth speculation that she might usher in a new era of lesbianism. However, will the motivations be pure, or will this merely be like the fashionable middle school bisexual phase? Only time will tell.